Hey folks, DIY Denny here again. Today I am working on a 2003 Oldsmobile bubble. It's an Alero with the 2.2. Needs front brake pads. So I went and had a set of brake pads delivered, and I'm going to show you how to do this step by step and get it all done, and that way you can do it too. Alright, let's get started. First thing you want to do is you're going to want to remove the cap here with a flat screwdriver. Just get behind it and give it a little twist. It'll pop right off. Nothing to it. And then the next step, we're going to take the wheel off, which is 3/4 socket. Buzz these right off. There we go. Let's get the tire out of the way. Let's see what we're working with here. Let me grab a flashlight. Let's see. Yeah, she definitely needs some front brakes. Yeah, looks like a 13mm socket for the caliper. Let me grab a socket here. Alrighty. First thing I do, I don't know if some people do, some people don't, but in order to get the caliper loose enough to where you can get it to slide right off, I'll usually take a screwdriver, put it down in here, and pry back on the caliper. But this one has a metal clip, and you can't get it in there. Let's see. Nope, can't take it out that way, so.
How are you going?
Well, I guess we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way then.
How?
And there we go. Get that bolt loose. If that bolt there, this bolt here, they are 13mm. There we go. This is my granddaughter, Danae. Here watching me to see what I'm doing. Let me get a parts tray here so we don't lose bolts. Can you grab Peppy one of them white rags there, baby, please?
Yep. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's the 2 caliper bolts. Come out. Now we can see if we can get this caliper off without having to call for rescue squad.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Ow. Oh, ow. Ow.
Actually, these pads ain't bad on this side.
Am I?
No, the other side is, but this side ain't. So I'm guessing somebody only changed one pad. Is my guess.
I doesn't. Them only changed one pad
Yep.
on each wall.
I bet you that's what they did. They only changed them on one side. So, okay. Next thing, we got to compress the caliper.
Yep. Put that double I down.
With my compressor tool here.
Listen those.
All I got to do is take your caliper, hold it down like this, take your tool like this, flip it upside down, and just start pumping the handle. And it pushes it right in. I always do it slow, just so that way, you know, there's never a chance of busting it or leaking or anything like that. Alright, let me get the new brake pads here.
And your dad do that? Because the white point.
Okay. Yeah, these pads weren't bad. Well, we'll save them. You never know. In an emergency, they might come in handy. We might need them. So we'll just save them.
Yep. You just save them. You just might move them else.
All right.
There's a dog push down or something.
What did I tell you? Quit. Okay. Whoever put these pads in definitely did a half decent job. I gotta admit, they did a half decent job. Let's take these out. Okay. Let me get some caliper lube here. We're gonna lube these up so that the brakes slide in and out real easy. Try and clean some of this gunk out of this bracket. Yeah, whoever did this did a decent job. They actually used, looks like anti-seize, and did a pretty nice job. Normally I'd take these clips off, but these clips are in good shape, so we're just going to reuse them. Besides, we didn't get none with our brake pads anyway, so gotta reuse them. Alright, now let me get my anti-seize. Throw some of that on. So tell the YouTube audience there, baby, you like doing this kind of stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, Pappy just does it to...
The stars.
Yep, I just do it for pass the time and cash, a little bit extra cash, and
Yep.
yeah, just you want to make sure that
Yeah.
you lube up your caliper. I mean,
Yeah.
trust me, if the next guy works on it, he will be thanking you 100,000% that you put anti-seize on it when it comes apart real easy like it just did with me. They will thank you a million.
Yep.
Now, what I'm going to do
And you don't.
is I'm going to do what good old Mr. Eric O from South Main Auto in Avoca, New York does. And I'm going to put some on the face of the piston and where metal meets metal. We're going to lube that up. There we go. It should be good. Now, get our brake pads.
Yep.
Now, in case viewers don't know, you have one pad that goes in the front, one in the back. This pad right here, with this silver clip right here, this goes in the back. So this pad would go like this, and it fits right in the back here in the back slot.
Dial.
Okay. There's that one.
Dial.
Nothing. You can't help me, baby. Only one person can fit in here. And your outside pad looks the same way, except it don't have that silver clip on it. Just make sure, sometimes this does happen. As you can see the brake pad, there's a gum band stuck in it. When they gum band it together. Get that out of there. You definitely don't want that in there. Then you'll see these have this little J hook right here on the end. This J hook right there. This actually goes down and there's a little slot right here. And it actually fits down in that slot. Then you put the upper one in the upper slot and press it in.
Did I show the
Boom.
YouTube?
Done.
Did I show them?
No. Now, put our caliper back on. The easiest way is, I think, just going to go like this, flip it upside down. Oh, make sure our sliders work. You definitely want to check them, make sure they're good and lubed. You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. Yep. Whoever did this, lubed them up good too. Which just made my job 100% easier, that's for sure. Yep, this one's good too. So the motor's still on it. I don't think. Yep, yes it is. Okay. Now we just take our caliper, bring it down over. Whatever you do, make sure that you don't twist the brake hose. Make sure that the brake hose is straight. Because if you twist it, then you're going to have big problems. And me, I run the bolts in for a caliper, I put them on, and I run them in with my fingers till I can't turn it no more, and then I use a ratchet. I never use an air ratchet on these or an impact, because it is so easy to strip them. That's something you definitely don't want to do, because then you're going to be going out buying a new bracket and possibly a caliper. Okay, and then you just tighten them up.
Yep. You tighten it up and you make sure
There's that one.
more tight.
And tighten them up to factory specs, of course, which on this is 22 foot-pounds of torque. And that's it. Easy peasy, slap, done. Not even a half an hour, one side's already done. That's all there is to it, folks. Pretty easy. Now, the other side I'm not going to show because it's the same thing as this side. So, just remember, before you leave, make sure you pump them brakes up and get them pistons out, because if you don't, when you back out, that pedal goes to the floor, you're going to have a real scary couple-second ride. So,
Yep.
anything you want to add today? Anything you want to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell YouTube.
What should I say?
I don't know. You said you had something to say. I'm standing here. YouTube audience is probably sitting there listening, waiting for you to say something. Tell them whose car this is.